Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Today I want to share with you guys another innovative device for an accessory that you guys might already have. And this is another product by a company called Sideclick. If you haven't checked out my earlier videos on this company and some of the products that they've produced, I encourage you to check them out. They're one of the first companies that came out with a universal remote control attachment for the Fire Stick and Roku sticks. Basically what it is a real small remote that clips onto the existing remote for your streaming stick that gives you some of the major buttons that you're going to need, or your mainly used buttons such as power, volume. They are pre-programmable. You can make them learn whatever you want. If you want a couple different devices controlled, you can do that, and I think it's been a pretty innovative product. I use one pretty much on a daily basis on my Fire Stick remote that I use for my backyard TV. You know, when you're in the hot tub, you don't have to fumble around for two different remotes, so I have one Fire Stick remote with that add-on for that. It allows me to turn on the TV, adjust the volume, get those major function buttons that you're going to use out of a TV. You know, if you just stream, and that's mainly what you're using on your TV, and you don't have like a cable box. I've been off the grid for a long time, or unplugged. So everything I do is through Netflix or streaming or some of the apps that you have through either a Fire Stick or a Roku TV or an NVIDIA Shield. Amazon Fire Stick is a great way to add streaming capabilities to a TV that may not have them. As long as you have an HDMI port, you're good to go. And I definitely encourage you guys to check them out. If you have been, you know, living under a rock and haven't heard of these things, it's great. Now, a lot of TVs do come with a lot of apps built in, but you're never going to get the amount of apps you get with one of these separate sticks. You know, like Vizio TVs, I love my Vizio TV. I use the app built in for streaming Netflix, but for the most part, all those other great apps like Kodi, if you're going to catalog your own digital media and basically make your own Netflix. And that's a whole different discussion, a whole different video. I've talked about it in the past, but really, even if your TV is a smart TV, I encourage you to pick up a Fire Stick or a Roku TV. I encourage you to pick up the Fire Stick over the Roku TV, just because you have a lot more customizable options when it comes to side-loading apps and that kind of stuff. But again, totally a whole different discussion. Either way, whatever device you decide to get, I encourage you to pick up one of these devices. And this is a brand new device by the company Sideclick. This is called the Beep. Now, you might be thinking, what the heck is a Beep? Well, what this is like a silicone sleeve that wraps around either your, in this case, my Roku TV remote, which on the listing, they don't list that this actually is compatible with the Roku TV remote. I know some devices out there are not compatible with the Roku TV remote. It's a little bit different than your standard Roku TV. There is a list of the compatible Rokus on the website or on the Amazon listing. It does say Roku Express, Roku Express Plus, Roku Premier, Roku Premier Plus, Roku Streaming Stick, Roku Streaming Stick Plus. It doesn't say anything about the TV, but this is the remote control for an Insignia Roku-capable TV, or a Roku-enabled TV, or installed TV. Basically, the TV comes with Roku installed, and that is the primary operating system for the TV, for the smart TV. So you have several different apps, some of your main apps, Hulu, Google Play, Netflix, and Sling. And what this device does basically wraps around your remote, which one I think is great because you get two great devices with this. One, again, you get the neoprene sleeve, and not neoprene, excuse me, the silicone sleeve. And again, I'm not sure if there's different colors available. It looks like purple is the one you're going to get with Roku, and orange is the one you're going to get with the Amazon Fire Stick, which I think is pretty nice. You don't have to worry about you know, choosing a color. Not that you'd really worry about it, but the thing is purple is a Roku color and orange is the Amazon color. So it's great if you have both these devices like myself. It's very easy to see which remote is which, and you know, due to repetition, you automatically recognize orange as being an Amazon product, and purple, I automatically think Roku. As soon as I unboxed this and saw the purple, I didn't really know what they sent me yet, but I was like, it's purple, it's gotta be for the Roku, not for the Fire Stick. So, which I actually grabbed my Fire Stick remote right off the bat before the package even came. When I opened it up, I knew that this is for the Roku stick, or for the Roku TV. So what this does is not only do you get this bright silicone sleeve, which is very easy to see. It's something that I've been wanting to add to my remotes for a long time, because even laying in bed, you know, I have black sheets, and I'm constantly, I can't tell you how many times I'm constantly losing a remote where I have to get up out of bed and move the sheets around and try to find it. This is great, makes it very easy to see. The other great thing about this, and the main feature of this, is that it's got a built-in sensor in it. So what you do is, it comes with this button that has a double stick tape. Both these are powered by 2 lithium-ion button batteries. Keep in mind when I unbox this or unwrap this, I drop the battery on the carpet, so it does not come pre-installed. Just be careful when you're unwrapping this or unboxing this that you don't lose the battery like I did. Really easy to put the battery in. You basically just pop this right off the mounting bracket, which is great because this you can mount and then you don't have to worry about having to get more double stick tape when the battery dies. This got a very nice, easy to remove cover. Put your button battery in there, close it up, and you're good to go. Where I think this is a great location for this, I'm going to stick this right on the back of my TV, kind of underneath the front lip. So basically, if I can't find the remote, I walk over to the TV right next to the power button, I press this, and this is what happens. Pretty straightforward. It makes an audible alert, a nice quiet beeping, not quiet, but a nice pleasant, I should say, beeping noise. Allows you to find your remote. So great device. You get basically 2 products, a silicone sleeve and an audible chime for this thing, which is fantastic because, again, I'm constantly losing remotes. Now, if you're in a situation where maybe you're going to put this, maybe you have this in the bedroom. I'm putting this downstairs on the TV itself because generally I use my 70 for the most part. And the Roku TV, I only use it if we're looking for previews or if we're going to have like kind of a little bit of like an event going on or whatnot. You know, if you had a couple games on, let's face it, I'm full of crap. There's no way you're going to see a football game on at my house. Sorry, guys. But a UFC fight, a boxing match, you can have it on both TVs, and that's when I mainly use this remote if I'm going to have both TVs on at the same time. Most of the time, I just use the 70, but this is fantastic because I can mount this right next to the TV. In the event that I lose it, I can find it. In addition, if somebody did have this in the bedroom and has a situation like me, where maybe you don't want to have to get up out of bed. If the remote's just kind of in the sheets and you can't really find it, very easy is to put this on your nightstand. You could even stick this on the side of your alarm clock. Most of us have an alarm clock next to the bed. Stick it right on there. Don't mistake it for your snooze button. But in the event that you're rummaging around the sheets, doing God knows what, and you can't find your remote, bam, hit that button and you get to go. So that's about it. Pretty straightforward. Under 10 minutes. I'm sure you folks are happy about that. $19.99 shipped to your door with Amazon Prime and free returns. Only negative thing I have to say about this thing right off the bat, that if you do have to change the battery in the, I guess the receiver, we'll call it, the part that makes the beep, it is in the bottom of the silicone sleeve. And at first, I thought I had to put a battery in it. It did come pre-installed. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to do it on video because I don't want to damage this quite yet. But this thing is really sandwiched in there pretty well. And there's actually a couple ridges inside the silicone. So I'm not sure how hard this is going to be to get this out if you have to replace the battery. Again, it said it comes with 2 batteries. I assume the other battery was meant to be inside of here. I'm sure that anything that puts out a chime like this you will have to replace the battery at some point. It doesn't get its power from the air, so naturally you will have to change it. But I just don't know how difficult that's going to be. It's really in there tight. As far as the remote going, it goes in really easily. There's no problems there. I wish they would have made this portion of this a little bit easier to access, but time will tell. I'll come back and re-review this at a later date when the battery does actually need to be replaced. But I mean, really, for as long as this is going to last, it's not something you're going to be using every single day. It's only be something you're going to use when you need to find your remote. If you are very careless, that will, I guess, determine how long the battery lasts. And I wish I had a better answer for you. But that's about it, folks. $19.99 for either the Amazon one or the Roku TV one. If you have both, pick them both up. $40 shipped to your door. Gets a 3.5-star review on Amazon. I encourage you to check out those reviews as well from people who have bought this. Don't just take my word for it. Check it out. If you want to make a purchase, do it through my link. It does help support the channel. I want to thank Sideclick for their generosity and finally getting this out to me. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop a comment, drop me an email. I'm always here to help. And if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day, folks, and take care.